All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, intriguing choice.
Yeah. You know, I thought so, and you sent over some pretty wild excerpts, actually.
I did. We're going to try to unpack them, see what kind of themes pop out.
Awesome. So we've got murder, secret societies, maybe even some religious controversy.
That's like a Dan Brown special for sure. Should be fun.
Exactly. Okay, so first excerpt, boom, we're in the Louvre.
Ooh, the Louvre, setting the scene.
Right. And it starts with this murder, right? Jacques Saunière, museum curator. But it's not just any murder.
No, there's a lot more to it, right? I mean, the killer runs out of bullets.
Yeah, what's that about?
Seems intentional.
Super intentional, like a ritual almost. Not just about killing him, but the way it's done.
Right. And then there's this message left on the floor and a pentacle on the guy's stomach.
A pentacle. Talk about symbolism.
Heavy stuff, right? Okay, so then we meet Robert Langdon. He's the symbologist. The police call him in.
The expert called to the scene.
But guess what? He becomes the prime suspect. Oh, yeah, the classic Dan Brown twist. Frame the expert.
It's like they're trying to keep him quiet, right?
Yeah, for sure. He's a threat because he can decipher all these symbols, this hidden knowledge.
Makes sense. And then there's Sophie Neveu, Saunière's granddaughter. She gets pulled into all this chaos.
Right, Sophie. Not only is her grandfather murdered, but she's also a cryptologist.
Yeah, so she's got this unique skill set. Comes in handy as they try to, like, crack the codes.
Absolutely. Cryptography, codes, secrets, it's all connected.
It makes you wonder what her grandfather might have told her, right? What secrets she knows.
Totally. Okay, so speaking of codes, what about that Fibonacci sequence Saunière leaves behind?
Oh, man, that's a good one. So classic Dan Brown.
I know, right? A mathematical pattern found in nature. What's he hinting at?
Maybe there's a hidden order to all this chaos? Like some kind of deeper meaning?
Could be. And then, boom, the Priory of Sion enters the picture.
A secret society protecting the bloodline of Jesus. Wait, is this a real thing?
That's the million-dollar question. Whether it's real or fictional, it makes you think, right?
It definitely challenges what we think we know about history.
Absolutely. And speaking of challenges, how about that twist on the Holy Grail?
Oh, yeah, it's not a cup, right? It's Mary Magdalene. And the bloodline of Jesus.
Whoa, right. A symbol, a lineage, a hidden truth.
Like, they're saying the real power isn't in some object, but in this secret knowledge passed down.
And Mary Magdalene at the center of it all.
Yeah, it's like we're supposed to question the role of women in Christianity, right?
Definitely. And then there's the whole idea of a historical cover-up by the church.
Like they were threatened by Mary Magdalene, had to suppress her story.
And even symbols like the rose and the pentacle get tied to this divine feminine idea.
It's like we're uncovering this whole hidden history.
Symbols are powerful. They can really change how we see things.
Okay, then we've got Silas, this albino monk working for this shadowy teacher figure.
Silas. He's intense.
Right. Super devout, but also, like, violent.
It's almost like he's a pawn, right? Being used.
That's a good point. Blind faith, maybe?
Yeah, and how that can be dangerous, how it can be manipulated.
Totally. And his attack on Sister Sandrine.
And that scene at Saint-Sulpice, the obelisk.
Intense stuff. It's clear he's searching for something. But what?
Good question. It must tie into this bigger mystery somehow.
Okay, meanwhile, Langdon and Sophie are on the run. They've got to stay ahead of Silas and the police.
The chase is on.
They escape the Louvre, using that trick with the Da Vinci painting, Madonna of the Rocks.
Clever. Talk about thinking on your feet.
They end up at this bank in Zurich, got to retrieve a mysterious rosewood box.
More secrets.
So many secrets.
Yeah.
And the key to the box has the Priory of Sion seal.
Wow, it's like everything's connected.
And on the back of the key, an address. 24 Rue Haxo.
Another clue. I wonder what they'll find there.
Me too. It feels like we're getting closer to the truth.
Each step leads deeper into this web of mystery.
And just when you think it can't get any crazier, we meet Sir E.T. being...
Ah, Sir Lay. He seems like he has all the answers.
Right. Grail expert, Langdon's friend. But something about him always felt off to me.
You and me both. But we'll get to that.
I have a feeling things are about to get even more interesting.
Buckle up. This ride's not over yet. So we left off with this mysterious Sir Lay Teabing. Seems like the perfect ally, right?
I know, right? Like he's got all this knowledge about the Grail, the bloodline, all that.
He practically wrote the book on it, so to speak.
Literally. But then, bam, the excerpts hit us with this crazy twist.
Oh, yeah, the big reveal. Surly Teabing, the teacher, the mastermind behind everything.
My jaw dropped when I read that.
Yeah.
Talk about a betrayal.
Right. The guy who's supposed to be guiding them, turns out he's the one pulling the strings.
It's like, who can you trust?
It makes you question everything, right? Whose version of the truth is the real truth?
And Teabing's motives, I mean, are they even pure?
He says he wants to expose the truth about the Grail, bring down the church.
But, I don't know, it feels kind of personal, you know? Like he's got an axe to grind.
Definitely. And he's willing to do whatever it takes. He manipulates Silas, preys on his faith.
Uses him as a weapon, basically.
Exactly. And then there's poor Bishop Aringarosa.
Yeah, Keating totally plays him too. Uses his ambition to get what he wants.
It's like a masterclass in deception.
It makes you think about the people we trust, right?
Uh-huh.
How easily we can be fooled.
Especially by those in power, those we see as authority figures.
Yeah, and all driven by this desire for power, this need to control the narrative.
It's a classic theme, really. Power corrupts.
And through it all, you got Langdon and Sophie trying to stay one step ahead.
It's like a game of chess, right? With these incredibly high stakes.
And not only are they dealing with the danger, but also like the weight of this knowledge.
Yeah, it's a lot to process. This hidden history, the implications for their faith, their families.
Their whole world is being turned upside down.
And they have to keep moving, keep searching for answers while the clock is ticking.
And in the end, all this chaos, the betrayal, the violence, it all leads to resolution.
Well, in a way, Silas realizes he's been used, dies with a heavy conscience.
Aringarosa gets arrested. His dreams of power shattered.
And Teabing, he gets his comeuppance too. His plan falls apart.
But it's Sophie who really experiences this powerful transformation, right?
Yeah, she goes on this incredible journey of self-discovery.
It's not about finding the Grail as an object anymore.
Right. It's about realizing her own connection to this hidden lineage.
The truth of her family, her heritage.
And it all culminates in this incredibly symbolic place, Rosslyn Chapel.
That's right, an ancient chapel full of secrets and history.
It's like the perfect setting for Sophie's final revelation. It's like all roads led to Rosslyn, you know, this ancient place, all those carvings and whispers of secrets.
Yeah, it's heavy. And it's where Sophie finally, comes face to face with her family's past.
With the truth of her bloodline, this connection to Mary Magdalene.
And the Priory of Sion protecting that secret for centuries. It's a lot to take in.
It is, but it also feels like a resolution, right? A sense of closure for Sophie.
Yeah, I guess so. But it also kind of leaves us hanging, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, what happens next? What does Sophie do with this knowledge?
Ooh, that's a good question. Does she share it with the world? Or keep it hidden?
It's like the excerpts give us the answers we were looking for, but they also open up a whole new set of questions.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so compelling. We get to imagine what happens next.
We're left to ponder the implications of this hidden history, how it might change the world.
If it were revealed, right?
Exactly. And it makes you think about secrets in general,
Yeah.
you know? What we choose to reveal, what we keep hidden.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone has secrets. It's part of what makes us human, I think.
And it makes you wonder, what other secrets are out there? What else is history hiding from us?
The possibilities are endless, really. And that's kind of exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. It's like we've just scratched the surface of this whole other world.
A world of symbols, hidden truths, and ancient mysteries.
It makes you want to go on your own quest, you know?
Yeah,
Discover something amazing.
I know what you mean. It's that feeling of wonder, the thrill of the unknown.
Exactly. And that's what the Da Vinci Code does so well, I think. It makes you question, it makes you think.
It sparks that curiosity, that desire to dig deeper.
And maybe, just maybe, it inspires us to uncover some secrets of our own.
Who knows what we might find out there?
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive, but hey, maybe we'll uncover more secrets next time.
Sounds like a plan. Until then, keep those thinking caps on, folks.